Welcome to Gentle Herb Living. If you're fed up waiting months for a cold, slow pile to turn into usable compost, there's one practical trick that almost always speeds the whole process. Give the biology a balanced feast. In my experience, adding a simple liquid microbial activator, a mix of unsulfured molasses and a living starter like compost tea or even just a handful of finished compost, turns a sluggish heap into a hot, fast-working compost system. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through exactly what to do, step by step, so you can cut your compost time dramatically and end up with dark, crumbly material your garden will thank you for. Start with the right carbon to nitrogen balance. Good compost begins with proper ingredients. Aim for roughly a 25:1 to 30:1 carbon to nitrogen ratio by volume. That typically means a mix of brown materials like dry leaves, shredded cardboard or straw, and green materials such as fresh grass clippings or vegetable scraps. Chop or shred bulky items so pieces are under 2 to 4 inches smaller. Particle size exposes more surface area to microbes and speeds breakdown. Lay your materials in a bin or pile at least about a cubic meter if possible to hold heat, or use smaller piles repeatedly if space is limited. Make a microbial feast with molasses and compost tea. This is the one thing that flips a slow pile into an active one. Use unsulfured molasses because it's a clean, simple sugar microbes consume readily. In a clean bucket, dissolve 1 to 2 tablespoons of molasses per 4 to 5 liters of non-chlorinated water and add a living starter. A cup of vigorous compost tea or a heaping handful of finished compost works well. If you don't have brewed tea, just stir a handful of high-quality compost into the water and let it sit a few hours. The resulting liquid is a concentrated feed that multiplies beneficial bacteria and fungi when applied to the pile. So you'll want to apply the activator evenly and keep moisture at just the right level. As you build up your compost layers, sprinkle or pour the diluted activator evenly, or you can apply it to an existing pile while turning. The goal, really, is to keep a consistent moisture level. Think of it like a wrung-out sponge. It should be damp enough for the microbes to thrive, but definitely not waterlogged. If the pile gets too dry, activity stalls out, but if it's too wet, things can go anaerobic and really slow down. It's important to work the liquid into the center as you turn, so the microbes can colonize the core, where the heat and decomposition are most important. Make sure you maintain aeration and keep an eye on the temperature. Turning the pile every few days during those first weeks keeps things aerobic and helps distribute both the microbes and the moisture. With the activator and the right mix, you should notice the temperature rising within just a few days. Sustained warm but not scalding temperatures mean active decomposition is happening. If the temperature spikes too much, just give it a turn to cool things down. If it never rises, check your moisture, particle size, and maybe add a bit more green material. Once the process is finished, you'll know the compost is mature and ready to use. Compost that's been accelerated this way often reaches a finished, crumbly state in just weeks to a few months, instead of many months. Finished compost smells earthy, looks uniform, and it won't heat up anymore when you turn it. You can use it as a top dress, mix it right into your garden beds, or blend it into potting media. Either way, it delivers nutrients and a living microbial boost. If this accelerated method helps you reclaim time and produce better compost, go ahead and subscribe to Gentle Herb Living for more field-tested soil tactics. Share this with a gardener who's tired of waiting, and let us know in the comments which activator you're planning to try first.